And hi. Yeah, one of these days I'll get that straight. If you're coming here with me tonight, lucky you. No. Oh my gosh. Gretchen has a little bit of sass tonight. Just a little bit of sass. Oh, yes. Just a little bit of sass. Welcome to my live stream, and welcome to Keeping It Real, where you get to go along with me on a journey of learning how to do live streams on Ecamm, as well as going through some of my photographs and sometimes learning something and sometimes listening to me ramble. And for those of you that are here, I appreciate it so much that you do listen to me ramble. And I'm going to just turn this down. Hope you're not getting a hum or a buzz. Audio is not the thing I've learned a lot about yet. And I'll get there. But right now, whew, there. Had some shine going in my glasses. So, again, welcome, and it's good to see you here. As I said, my name is Gretchen Shepard. I'm a photographer based out of the Northwest. I live in the great Pacific Northwest, south and west of Seattle, at the very southern tip of the Key Peninsula. And that's where the name Key Pen, we call it, we live on the Key Pen. It's the nickname. So that's where Keepin' It Real came from. And the reel, being a reel of film. That's how I started, was with film. And it's tonight we are in preparation. If you joined me last night, you joined me for a ridiculously long ramble through things that once I got off, I realized I should have really had a better outline and pulled my head together, but I didn't, and I had some great people who stayed on with me, and I just really, really appreciate the fact that they were here. Anyway, tonight I'm going to keep it succinct and on something that I really enjoy working on. And just fair warning, tonight is episode 11. Tomorrow, episode 12, will be a taped. I am having a knee replacement tomorrow morning. I have to be at check-in at 9. So my focus has been a little all over the place today with that, of getting prepared for that, the last minute details, the things I had to do, trying not to worry or obsess over things, and not just thinking, oh, everything will be fine. The having to get the COVID test 5 days ahead, at least within 5 days, and the results weren't in. I had to make call, just all kinds of stuff that I started to let get to me. And so I really decided that it was important for me to do this tonight, to actually focus on something that brings me a great deal of joy, and to not bury my head in the sand, although if that's what someone wants to call it, that's perfectly fine. But for me, hey, Gloria. Hi, Glenda. So for me, this isn't really a bury my head in the sand kind of thing, to forget about the fact that surgery is tomorrow and the lab still hasn't got the COVID test to me and all that stuff. But it's all going to work out. I got myself all wrapped around last night. And I think that if I looked back on last night's live, that's part of where I went in this off the rail ramble, because I wasn't really set and organized and ready, and I kind of just went on and on. So I decided tonight to focus in back in the thing that brings me great joy, and that is art. So if you saw in the title, it said Topaz in the Studio. This photographer's wannabe painter playground. So, a little background on that. I took painting classes when I was younger. Never really wanted to set aside my camera, but I have 3 older sisters, and this is where that that comparison conundrum comes in. Sometimes I have 3 older sisters who are highly talented in a lot of different kind of ways. Patty can, take any piece of old furniture, paint it up, do things. She just does things and makes art and amazing. Sarah can paint and do beautiful things. Carolyn can sew anything. She did stained glass and all this kind of things. And for an awful long time, I didn't have an art. When I was growing up, I had my camera. Until it was really, there's a picture back there of the house I grew up in, and my mom said, will you print that and put it on the wall so we can put it on the wall? I said, really? And she said, it's wonderful. I was, what? My mom was not a big one on overly giving lots of compliments and that type of things, and in some ways, and for her, but I respected her talent in color and form and her own art that she did. She didn't draw, but she was a master weaver, a master seamstress. She had perfect color memory. So like some people have photographic memory for words, she had it for color and all those type of things. So it's one of those things that I kind of, but still drawing always, and it became, but it was a real bonus when I was teaching in school, when I was teaching kindergarten and first graders, because we would say, let's draw something, and I would try to draw it first, and and I would turn around and look at the kids and I say, okay, nobody laugh, you better not laugh. And I turn around, I caught you smiling, and they would be just dying, because it would be like maybe a couple steps up from stick figure. But I still taught them drawing, and I did things in the elements and a lot of different things that I knew about it. And we just did it anyway, and I made those goofs. And so the painting part is was something that I still kind of always like, oh gosh, I wish I could pick up a paintbrush. I'm part of a group of ladies up here called Tarts. True art resonates through sisterhood, and we're the Tarts, and we get together every Monday, and they bring their paints or pastels or stuff. And of course, through COVID, we did it over Zoom for sometimes, but now one of the gals was a potter, and she has a big studio, so people have been able to come. And we met at the local fire station, and everybody came and just did whatever. And so I would bring my photographs and edit, which is great fun, and it's how I met a lot of people up here. So today I'm going to show you a little bit about this program, how it satisfies that painting, and I hope that you guys that are crafters and painters and whatnot can get a little bit of ideas from this and see what you can do, and be maybe a little bit surprised. We're going to go through just a couple of them. So, but let's first check in with whoever's here. We've got, yay! Okay, who's here? We've got Gloria's here. Yay, Gloria. And Gloria and Galinda, and if Angie's here, I've got your themes all packed up today. I got them all put together on pirate ship, and Janice is here. Hi. Night owls. Janice, it's only 7 o'clock here in the Pacific Northwest, and I haven't had dinner yet because I am not allowed to eat after midnight at all. Even just a sip of water to take the medication I have to take 3 hours before, and that's it. So that's okay. Gloria, thanks, Gloria. I'll be, any kind of remote healing you want to send me. Surgery, I check in at 9. Surgery sometime after that. It's supposed to be done, and Bob can pick me up around 1. So who knows? Anyway, Glenda's here. Thank you. Yeah. Yay. This is great. I can barely draw a poor little stick person. Yes, my husband can't draw a stick. Oh, that's a whole other thing about drawing on the right side of the brain that I did with him, because that's how I taught drawing. With using Betty Edwards' book, Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain. And it's pretty amazing what it does. So I would do that with the kids all the time. Another thing that I use, and you guys can, oh, hi, Angie, yay. There's on Creative Live, and it's probably in YouTube too, in their in Creative Live's channel, there is 28 to make, and it is daily exercises of creativity. And I would do those with my students all the time. They're for adults, but I did them with kids. Janice is here. Yay, Angie. Angie, I was just telling everybody I got your stuff all wrapped up today, and it's going to get dropped off at our local little we have a little shipping place up here, up in Key Center. I guess the name is called Goin' Postal. Yeah, people out here are pretty funny. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Angie's here, Janice, all good. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Gloria. She's going to send me some Reiki. Yes. Angie, much love tomorrow. Janice, thank you. Both knees replaced 7 days apart at Mercy in Baltimore. Best thing I could ever. I know, yeah, my first knee replacement was wonderful. I'm looking forward to this one. It's even better. My doctor, who is also a good friend, is very excited because it is a new one. He says it pivots. I'm like, ooh, good. It pivots, yay. That'll be good. So anyway, we're going to go, and I'm going to show you this. Now, how do you get to this from a photograph? Would you want to get to this from a photograph? I'm going to show you how I did this with Topaz with one click. But then how you can adjust and do all kinds of things. Yeah, it's just, and for you guys that are fluid artists, some of these things are just pretty cool. So if you can guess at what it looks like, the scene behind it, you might be able to see the trees and stuff. But yeah, yeah, Glenda, I'm Gloria. I'm going home tomorrow too. Yeah, for the surgery. It's at a surgical center. My doctor has his own surgical center in his office, and it is much better than the hospital. It has been since he's been really had a whole, just all through this time, it's been much easier to control the environment for them. So I'll be in there, and then they'll have me walking out in recovery and walking to my truck. Put me in the back seat of the truck with my leg across, and Bob will bundle me up and strap me in, and then drive me the hour and a half home. Yeah, that'll be fun. They'll drug me up real good. Got everything all set up in here, and I'll be good by that. Yes, landscape with trees. Very cool. Yes, Angie, it is. It's a landscape with trees. So I'm going to take you to Topaz. If I can get there now. Oh, that's not Topaz. That's where my sound was. Okay. Now, and there. Got it. I'm still having some things about getting things back and forth and back and forth. Let's see if I can get this to do something for me. I need to be able to see this in the background, but I want to also be able to talk to you guys. There's a way to put a picture in picture on this. Takes me through a drive-through. Yeah, really. Oh, I mean, he honestly probably already has food packed for me. Camera. Okay, there, and then I need to do a picture in picture. There I am. I'll make it smaller. See, these are kind of things that I'm just learning how to do. And there's a way actually to do it like smoothly and with transition and all of that kind of stuff, which might make me just a little bit crazy. And quite frankly, it was more than I was willing to deal with today. To learn another thing. I was just happy enough to have music on the beginning. All right. So this is what this image started out with. This is the raw image I talked about the other night. I talked about a raw image. It had lots of layers, and using it in Topaz, you don't really necessarily have to. You can do all kinds of effects. And this is in a canyon called the Ellensburg Canyon. You see down here at the bottom, you can see across there's a railroad track that no longer runs people anymore. It's too bad, but it's how my oldest sister used to go back and forth to college from Yakima to the University of Washington when she'd come home for vacation and spring break. But this canyon has a lot of really cool striations and layers, and this was actually in winter. So you see these bushes that are down here are almost like a sagebrush, and then the like birch-like trees, and then the evergreen. The colors are pretty amazing. In Topaz, you have filters and looks. So there's some filters that I can do, like basic adjustments and stuff if I wanted to change the white balance and exposure, clarity. Some of that stuff I can do in Lightroom. I don't want to do that. So there's a whole bunch. I can reduce the noise, which is that little graininess type things. I can add precision detail, HSL color tuning, dehaze curves, all kinds of stuff. That abstraction. So, and then there's styles like abstraction. Let's see what abstraction does. And is it applying it? Oh, see? Yes. See, I simplified the size. That's an abstraction where you could do that with this picture. What's cool about these things is that I can adjust how much on each one. So say I did that, I could do the strength of it, abstraction, there's all different things. I can dissolve it. Let's see, what does dissolve do? It makes it a little lighter. I can do hard light, pin light. When I run over the sides options, you get different choices. Okay. Invert the screen. Yes, and you can do an invert screen. So this is an inverted screen. So it did some things. So isn't it so cool? The different things you can do. And so these little things, as I said, I'm going to get rid of abstraction here. Come on. Delete this layer. So they're like layers. So it takes it back. But oh, my mouse batteries are low, it says. Never mind. Forgot to check that. This is the different kind of styles. I mean, if there's all those options within that one abstraction, there's a remix, a digital frame, edges, flare, glow, impression, radiance, smudge, texture, all these things. And then you can do combinations of them all. You can mark them as favorites and then recents that you use. Or, so you can, sometimes I work this way. I start with that and I'll work there. I'll find something I might like and go from there. Or I can start with a look. And yeah, the looks go, I'm only in B's. Bulldog Grunge, Bubbly Sheen. I love their names. Buzz Sim. There's a black and white. There's a Cave Dweller. What does Cave Dweller do? Oh. Here, let's Celestial Skies. Here, this sounds pretty. Oh, that was not good. Come on. Oh, okay. So that is Celestial Skies. That's a single click on that one image. And to see what it does. Okay. And I can go back. And I haven't applied it. It just shows me. I would have to click apply on it wherever I am down there. See, down here. Glenda, can you see my mouse? I made it I embiggened it a lot so you guys could see it better. And I was used to using such a big mouse with students at school that I just got in the habit of it. But I left it a regular arrow shape. The one I had for kids at school was a dinosaur that would walk. Yeah. Yes, Glenda, Topaz is a program like Photoshop, but the Topaz Studio suite has so many different things. There's AI denoise, there's sharpen, there's gigapixel, there's JPEG to RAW. There's all different kinds of things that you can do within, and some of them are used as plugins within Photoshop. Several years ago, there was a 5-day deal for photographers, and I bought the suite for quite a deal at regular Topaz and started to use it, and then it upgraded and I stayed in the whole program. So Topaz Studio is what this is, and so it can do an awful lot of things, as you can see. So I'm going to go back up to that first one that I did. Oh, like, look at this. Okay, so all right. Talk color palette are so crazy. Now, that's really shocking, and it has its own beauty and its over the topness. But what's cool about it is that you can adjust with this little thing how much you want. Look at that. How much of that you want in it. You then can also do layer other ones on top of it. If you applied it, then you could layer another one on top of it. But I'm going to go back and show you that first one I did. So let's see, this one. So that's the one we started with. And I chose it because it was the first one on the top, and I clicked it and went, wow, okay, I like that. I like what it does. I like the colors. I like some of the things I could do with it. And I wondered, I dropped it back just a little here. So I dropped that back. And I'm going to apply that. Now, you can always undo anything you do in this, and you can go back to the original. I think up here, yeah, up here, see, it says go back to the original. Here's a view, a single view, or the split horizontal. Here. So it shows you what the original looks like and what you've done. You can split it that way. You can split side by side horizontal. Shows more of it. You could do a split vertical. You can do side by side vertical. So it's almost the whole thing. I'm going to go back to a single view. So it gives you tons of options. All right, so now I kind of like it to that point. I like the contrast. We have the contrasting colors in the blue and orange. That works really well. What it's done with the white down at the bottom down here, the white bushes, and brought in that little bit of, drop it back. There, just a little bit more. Take a little there, okay. Yeah, and see there's a little blue line that runs across up there. So I'm going to apply that. All right, got that. Basic color theme. And then I'm going to see if I can find, there used to be a filter, oh here's the search for it. There was O'Keeffe. It's one of my favorite ones. Coffee stain, no palette knife. In the original Topaz 1, they had a Georgia O'Keeffe effect. You can have the Orton effect. You can do broken bits. Okay. So now, I wonder what will happen if I add broken bits to it. It changes the color up a lot. You guys are really thinking, oh, see, okay. Look at that. So it takes the kind of pixels and shifts them, and you can actually so let me I'm going to bring this back a little bit. I'm not so sure I like that so much. Sometimes you look at it and go, what? Oh, did I do it? I'm gonna, so no, I'm gonna take that. No, I'm not gonna go back here. I'm gonna go back. There we go. What you can do, again, like that landscape painting that we have, 1940s landscape painting, you can go back under this where it says normal, and you can change how you want it to be. So it takes those colors that you've shifted it to and can do all different kinds of effects again. Oh, whoa, that wasn't good. There we go. There. Okay. Now, on a filter, if I wanted to, I could add blurs. So fluid artists, when you have, the motion and the movement around, I wonder if we could do a motion blur. Whoa! That's a lot of motion blur. The zoom intensity is going to drop back way back. So you can do that kind of thing. So let's dump the motion blur. And go to another filter. And maybe do, let's go to impression. See what that does. Oh. That's right. So brush strokes. This is where you get to be really, really, really have a lot of fun. So it took what we'd done so far. I did that baseline, we got to here. And then I went to impression. And I can then choose a variety of brush strokes. So I could change the brush stroke, say I wanted it to be this brush stroke. And all of a sudden, I have what looks like an oil pastel. Or I could try it with this brush stroke. Again, they're just, for me, when I feel like I need some inspiration or I need something different, I'll sit down with one of my photography books. I used to have a whole wall over in front of me of Georgia O'Keeffe prints because her work is beautiful. And now I got some new books back here. They're kids' books. One is on Imogen Cunningham. And then I have Nancy Ansell. And then the book on Dorothea Lange. And then on Gordon Parks. So those are some things I'll look at also in my photography books. But I hit used bookstores. And I just grab art books at Little House, so it's not as easy to do, but I can take them back. But sometimes they just give me some inspiration. So we can choose our brush strokes. Okay, hang on, I'm going to stop for a second. Whoa, I don't like that one. You guys need to, yeah. Okay, let's see what this does. Oh, that's kind of cool. I think the one I liked the best was this one. Maybe. The opacity, drop the opacity down. See, I have some options to bring the opacity down on it. And then that normal bit too, where I can do those different things where I dissolve, color burn, hard light, pin light, saturation, hue, subtract, difference, all those kind of things. All they just take place. So I am going to check my chat here, if you don't mind. Let's see what you guys are saying. Oh my goodness. Let's just here. This is what I can do. So, oh, who had an anniversary? Oh, Gloria had an anniversary. Yes. Yes. Turquoise and pink. You're a turquoise? I'm a turquoise. She says she's a turquoise. I love it. Yes. I love the contrasting colors. It's really, really pretty amazing. The turquoise and pink. Somebody else, Angie loves Georgia O'Keeffe. With an O'Keeffe-ish book to them. I have a photo on my website that I call Onions O'Keeffe, and I did a Georgia O'Keeffe effect to a bunch of onions that I took at a market. I'm glad. Oh, yay, Glenda! I'm glad you like the program. It's very cool. And I'll look at it. There's deals you can get on it, and it's not that much. And it's once you get it, it's pretty amazing. Get a lot of wow. Relaxing, loving time. Hey, Angie, how are you feeling? How are you doing? I know you've had a challenging time recently. Oh, Glenda got her Sigma 16 lens ordered on Saturday, and I have to learn how to use it. It's really pretty simple. I almost bought one used for mine. There's one used at KH for my M50 Mark II, which I use, but I have Canon lenses. I'm fine. I'm fine. I got a couple of new lights. I got a Luma Cube because right now, oh, I didn't turn that one on. There, well, that might help. I have these little wand lights that look like this, that they have to keep recharged. And then I have my OT lights from when I was a makeup artist, and I always had to have OT lights to do people's light. So I dug those out. But today, I had studio light umbrellas in here that I pulled out because I had a couple umbrellas from different things. I bought them a long time ago thinking I was going to do some studio work, but anyway, I broke them out to start to do these videos, and then this room will become my convalescing room. There's a in front of me over there is a little hide-a-bed that we put an extra comfy mattress on, and a thing that adjusts for me to anything. And because the TV's in here, and I can sit down here, and it's also level ground to come in. I don't have to go up any of the stairs, which is so what we're doing with that. Oh, you froze, Gloria. What did I miss? You froze while you were where? You did a reading someplace. Oh, you watched Bernie. Bernie watched football. We had hamburgers for dinner. Went to the Chili's last night. Had an expensive dinner for Thanksgiving. So from one end to the other. Oh my gosh, you froze there. So you did a reading today? Nice. Nice. Oh, yay. Do they have a filbert brush stroke? Okay, Angie. Filbert's a nut. No, I don't know. Obviously don't know my paint brushes. I watch Chloe Rose art also. She's this great YouTuber from England, but she lives here, and she's coming out with a paintbrush set this weekend. She's hilarious. She's this funny young thing. It's kind of funny. But I maybe at one time, my biggest experience with paintbrushes was when I first came to college at the University of Washington. I got a job with a photographer in the U District, and his name was George August, and he was crazy, but he did all the sorority and fraternity pictures and all that kind of things. I was his retoucher. I did retouching, and I learned to do that in high school and stuff. And the size brush that you use for that is like a 00. And it's the tiniest little thing. And then you have inks that you match up, and you very carefully. And so you would spot pictures. So those dust spots, so they all would look perfect, and you all that kind of stuff. So I would do that kind of spotting. And so I kind of I don't know, a filbert brush. Do they name these brushes here? They didn't give a name. I wonder. Number of strokes. Oh, it's a number of strokes. Low, so you could change it to the number of strokes. And then the wrong spot here. Oh, okay, there we go. Low number of strokes. Let's see something, Angie, if I can find this search. Add a filter. Rotation variation. So you could change the rotation, like how much they rotated, and the stroke rotation. Whoa. Let's take that way up. What does that do? Okay. And the paint volume. Look at that. Oh goodness. That's kind of cool. All right. This is just, okay, I have to see if there's a, I was looking for that. There's a search. Let's see if I can find the word. Filbert. Filbert. It didn't tell me one specifically, so I don't know, Angie. Good question. I have to send a message to their some of the photographers that I watch are come on. Oh, I know it. Are like ambassadors for them. And so it's always a really good idea to, when you have an idea like that, send it to customer support. they check on those things. Yay. Oh, you guys are so nice. Glenda's been working really hard. On setting up her own studio to do crafting. She's an amazing crafter. She does that Cricut cut thing. Yeah. A technical term. That Cricut cut thing. We are kind of chatty tonight. That's good. That's good. Always chatty. I love it. Yes, this is where we can be chatty. Anyway, so this is cool. So what you can do, let me go back to my scene where it's up front. I keep having to switch windows back and forth for myself so that I can actually see. What you can do when you're done, you can export it. You can save the project as whatever I want to call it. Turquoise Canyon. There we go, Turquoise Canyon. And I can just save it to my desktop, so it'll save it like that. So then I could also take it back into Lightroom for printing. I could print from other, but I don't like to print on places from other than Lightroom. So then you don't have to have just one picture. Hang on, cancel it there. You can open recent. So under recent, it says where I imported a bunch of them in. I thought, but maybe it didn't take them because I don't think that is. Oh, okay. So in that same canyon, snow in the background, total raw picture. What's going on? Is it not showing it to you? Oh, what happened? View. Single? Hang on. Something's going crazy here. Show the current application. I don't want to zoom in. Oh. Somehow I managed to zoom it in. Oh, you guys. I hope you all are just laughing. Just laughing. I figured it out though. I didn't throw up my hands and scream like a ninny. All right, here we go. Okay, there you can see the whole picture. These are these cool boulders all along. It's kind of funny. There's a parking lot to go walk over to the river in this one part of the canyon, and they lined it, the edge of the parking lot, with these just amazing boulders. So I thought, what would happen if you just started with something different? Let's go down and see soft melt definition. Oh, I'm not. Oh, I've still got filbert. It's still looking for filbert. So we've got looks and categories. So there are all kinds of. So we could go with my looks. You can save them: abstract, artistic, bold, bright, dramatic, dreamy, all kinds of different things. And then, or you could sort by abstract, AI, digital frame, edges, glow, impression. Let's sort by, we already did impression. Let's try something different. Let's go with fun, because we're fun. That's what we are. We are fun. Whoa! Okay, you can see them on the sides. You're going to see it in just a sec. Okay. There. So these are some of the ones that come up with fun. Now, like brilliant on white. So you could do something that you could create coloring books if you wanted to. All kinds of things. But look at this neon sign. Or you're a wizard. Yeah, we're wizards. Let's try to be wizards. Look at that. Oh my goodness. That's so much fun. Oh my gosh. Oh, Angie, do your straight pours come out like George O'Keeffe-ish? Look, that's cool. That would be... Yeah, I tell you, you guys, starting tomorrow when I get home, my hand is going to be on my channel changer. My leg's going to be in my CPM machine for a few days. I mean, yes, I can go out and take short walks, great thing, but I am going to be catching up on everybody's YouTubes. And so if I make comments with bad spellings, just set it aside to the fact that Miss Gretchen is probably recovering. Yeah, look at this. So sunlight, starlight glitter. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Diana Leaks. Okay, why would they name it Diana Leaks? I'm sorry. That just is bad. That is just wrong. Oh, hold it. Okay, are you telling me what? Yeah. A fan brush would be a beautiful stroke for lots of trees. Yes, a filbert brush. I know it's a real-time brush. I just don't know what it looks like. Angie asked me what it looks like. Yay. Oh, you have to laugh. And okay, Glenda says she's never laughing. Wait. Oh, fiddle. Never laughing. Oh, I have several outlights. They're very important for what I do in choosing colors. Yes, outlights are awesome. I did, when I was a makeup artist, I was a trainer for Motives Custom Cosmetics. I was one of their national trainers, and I taught people, the other makeup artists, to make custom blends. So we did custom blend foundation for people's skin, actually made foundation to match. So, yeah. So outlights were really important. So she says, never laughing because I fully expect things to be not to be perfect when you go live. Laugh. Yes, that's right. We're not perfect. And I love it. I love it. If I laugh, it's laughing with love. Yay. Wild. This is, yeah, these are crazy wild. Okay, I'm going back to the page. It has these. Let's try something else. Oh, it's so black and white. I had to try black and white. Ooh. Okay, no, don't even not that one. So let's go for something that's not so fun, but maybe artistic. Let's try what their idea of artistic is. A palette knife. So you have palette knife, a Surratt. Ooh. Sunday in the Afternoon with George. One of my favorite musicals. Oh, look at that. Yes, Sunday in the Afternoon with George I saw with, I watched with Bernadette Peters, who's all-time favorite, and Mandy Patinkin. I saw Mandy Patinkin here in Seattle one time to do a one-man show. Oh, gosh, it was so good. Look at this. So this is what I love about this program, because it takes you to a spot that you might not have let your brain go to. And you start to see different kind of things. And where, can I crop it? Yes. So I can crop also. Oh, let me crop. Oh, it didn't take my picture. So I can crop down however much I wanted to. And then go, okay. Did you apply it? Okay, there. Oh, it didn't. Well, I'll go back to my look. I did something. Okay, we were in artistic and we were in the Surratt Afternoon. Oh, and you can do oil paintings. And Da Vinci, see, look at, there's Edward Hopper. This is cool. So where did Georgia O'Keeffe go? Fiddly-dee. Renoir, Van Gogh, watercolor, sketchwork, Edward Hopper. Okay, I can see Hopper in that. Big Odd Answers. Oh my gosh, there's a new musical out called Marie, that on Degas Dancer. It's really, I saw it right before COVID shut down. It's really good. Happy Little Trees, Bob Ross effect. Look at that, they got a Bob Ross effect. Isn't that just too cool? Oh my gosh. A Monet. So then once you got this, then you can go beyond that and you can add, so you've got that one applied. Oops, I go back. Dang it. This one. So I say I'm at Monet. Oh, let's do palette knife. I think you can see a little more. Palette knife, yeah, palette knife's cool because that's kind of like a lot more what you would see in the colors. Look at the blue. Blues and orange seems to be my thing tonight. And then I've got that. Then you can go and you could go to the filters, and if you wanted to add like a you could add a text to it. Look at that. You could probably add words to a picture. I did one of these that I added. I put a poem over that I really liked. Abstraction edges. Oh, you could do edges. So let's get an edge strength here. And we'll do a color edge, a monochrome edge. Simplify. Edge thickness, let's make it wider. See if it catches up with me, what I do. See, I don't quite know what that one did. I don't really see an edge. Do you guys? I don't see an edge. All right. Well, trust me, I mean, this is just fun. I think it's fun to be able to do that kind of, there we go. Oh yeah. It took it. It just makes a whole different kind of thing that you don't really know what's going on with it. And again, then you can export it, do what you want. I think it's what would be kind of interesting is just as a way for me to look at things and to have them one side by side. What did it look like before? What is it after? How does it change what I see? And is it change things up completely? And it does, and it gives me a lot of inspiration, and also then it satisfies that inner painter in me, that little girl who always wanted to paint. Yeah, so it's, but I paint with pixels. That's what I'm going to do. Yes, love Bob Ross. I remember sitting and watching when he was on Channel 9, which was our PBS station in Yakima. And we had, there were the 3 stations in PBS when we finally got 3. And just would watch that. And it was so much fun. God, exactly. We always have to laugh at ourselves. Always, 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 always. Thank you, Angie. I'm glad you like it so much. So before I head out, I wanted to show you one more thing, which I closed. So we'll go over to here, back to Topaz where I was. Where I think you're going to see that. And then I'm going to go over here and open up Chrome and see if I was, nope, we're free to go. Oh, fiddle-dee-dee. There we go. So one of the pictures on my website that I did this with this, that started out as, gosh, it was, I think it was a piece of wood. And it was a piece of wood, and it was just kind of flat and nothing. And I'm getting to it. Oh, the koi came home today from the gallery, or from the coffee shop. The other stuff came home from the gallery the other day. Here, stream in rock, I call it. Boom. Come on up. I'm taxing my poor little computer today. There you go. Okay. So you guys can kind of see that if I go back over here. So this one, I'll move me out of the way, make me smaller. Oh, doesn't want to. This one I call Stream in Rock, but actually this piece started as a piece of wood. Just as wasn't even a cool piece of driftwood or anything. It was just like a flat kind of board piece. When I went one day when I was still living in Everett, I went to the local lumber yard with my camera. I asked them if I could come in and take pictures, and they were like, okay. And I took pictures of this forklift on one of them. Sorry. And all this rusty stuff. It was cool. But this was a piece of wood, and I don't even know if maybe it was at the lumberyard, or it might have been just a piece of driftwood or something someplace. But then what I liked about it was I liked some of the textural pieces to it, and the depth and the changes. So I started to look at the positive and negative space of it and the shadows for it. And then I took this one into Topaz and came out with this. I did, on this one, I did a color channel. I'm pretty sure that's what I did. So a color channel is where you click on one part and it takes all of that color and you switch it to a different color channel. So it switched around. So it's essentially painting in color over something else that used to be. So this was one of the early ones that I did that got me on this, and I liked it so much that I kept doing them. I think this is one too over here. Come on. Angie, you might have seen this one. It's coming up. If it's coming up. Oh, see, it's time to go because there it is. This was, yeah, this I did some color channel. This was some kelp out on the beach in front of us and the eelgrass. And I did that too. Again, this is that playing with color and how it looks. Again, our purple and green and gold theme that I've had going with you guys this week. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So that's that. We'll take that down. And that's, oh, my background there. That's at the Getty. That my background you see, desktop in the black and white, that's at the outdoor seating area for the staff at the Getty. And it's even the outdoor seating, he designed it to make sure that it went along with, when it cast shadows, that it matched and went with the whole aesthetic. Yeah, that's the Getty for you. Amazing place, absolutely amazing place. So let me go up here to me here. Yeah. All right. Wow. I'm just checking to see all you guys. Fluid art. Oh. Yes, fluid art. You could do those things in fluid art. That one was not fluid art. That's a photograph, Gloria. The one that I showed you with the stream in rock. Yeah, that's a photograph. It started out as a piece of wood, and I did a color channel change. And it's, yeah, so you can see it on my website anytime. If if you get an need to not want to see those colors, try them. I would love to see you guys try one of those things. Yes, thanks. Oh, thank you. Breathtaking. Me with a long stinger nose. The kelp. That kelp is pretty amazing stuff. My mom used to make kelp pickles out of that. Yeah, I don't like them so much. Yeah, not so much. But that's she was always making stuff like that. Watermelon pickles, kelp pickles. She'd read something in the Farmer's Almanac or again some crazy thing, and she'd get it up her idea to do that. And, I mean, my friends would come over in junior high, and they would wonder what was smelled so bad in the house, and I'd say, "Oh, mom's dying," and they go, "What?" And she would be dyeing wool, and she did all these natural dyeing, so it would be like, cattails and goldenrod, and she'd use different mordants for it, and the house, oh gosh, it was just, but that's okay. Yes, it does look like fluid art. It really kind of does, and I think that when I see these kind of things, I think that's one of the connection that I have with you guys' art, and why I enjoy watching it so much is that it really brings me back. There's so much connection to it, and the layers. When you guys start talking about tilting it off and the layer that's going to be revealed, those I didn't even take you through half the rocks that are in Topaz. There's a picture of. Let me just show you the one picture if I can find it up here in Binder. Go to here. Go to Recents. And here we go. Come on, open it. Da da da. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. We will switch it to, so yes, switch this to Topaz. There we go. There we go. So this picture that you see there, okay, that one is a rock that is in the Ellensburg Canyon. This is another one of those rocks that is on the edge of the parking lot. Seriously. So you look at the layers in this, you can imagine what it would look like in with fluid art or with some of those color things. This is one of my favorite. I have it in it. I did some work on this one, and it's just one I really like. But let's go back here and go back to me. Oh, there. Close this sucker down. All right. So, ladies. I made you laugh. Watermelon pickles and yeah. Oh, and dying. Yes. Seriously, you have no idea how bad goldenrod boiled with a mordant of either cream of tartar or alum or cattails or whatever else she did, and then on top of it, then the wool. Oh, it was. It was pretty bad. But I tell you, my mom's hands were the smoothest hands you've ever seen in your life. It's like she didn't have fingerprints because of her spinning and weaving. And she, with the natural wool, because the lanolin that is in the sheep's wool, her hands were so smooth. They were just the most, it was amazing. It's one of the things I remember the most is mom's hands being always so smooth. Wet wool, yuck. Yeah. For Mother's Day one year, we bought her a fleece, and we actually went out into the fields of this lady's sheep farm who had black sheep, and we're like on each of them, and then found the one, and she sheared it right there, and we stuffed it in a big black garbage bag and gave it to Mom for Mother's Day, and she was thrilled. My daughter's sister-in-law is a fabric artist, and has a farm and has spins and does alpaca, all those different kind of things. And she has my mom's loom, and she has all my mom's books, and it's just wonderful to see the legacy going on. And on that note, bad. Wet sheep, bad. Angie, I love you. Gloria, Glenda, Janice, oh my gosh, you guys, thank you so much for being here. You guys are hilarious. You are just what I needed on this night before surgery, where I was just kind of not able to really get through, and now I got something done, creative, and I'm gonna meet, Bob just came and tucked his head around the corner to see, because his love language is food. He feeds me, and he makes all the food. I don't cook. He does all that. And he hasn't fed me dinner yet. He's getting anxious. So I'm gonna go, because I said I needed to eat late so I could do. Yes. Oh my gosh, you guys, thank you so much for being here. I just really appreciate you. It's such a blessing. I know I'm gonna be probably laughing when I'm under tomorrow doing surgery, and Dave, my surgeon's gonna go, "What was that all about?" Oh, never mind. It was bad. No. Oh, yes. All right, you guys. Like always, after you get off of this, go walk in, find a mirror, and see the beauty that's hidden in plain sight, looking right back at you. And then as you go on your day and evening and tomorrow, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight everywhere around you and within. And I will probably do, tomorrow's will obviously, well, not obviously, but it probably should be a taped one that I put out there, rather than me running my mouth under the influence of whatever they give me for surgery. But we'll be back. And I thank you so much. Until the next time, take care and see the beauty. Bye, everybody.